This is the morning of the 20th of April. I posted a series of videos, I believe yesterday. What if we never landed on the moon? Guess what? We never did. Mary Tenassi wrote, "Good morning, Gabor. I have the playlist on Rumble exposing all of the fake moon landings and the final Blue Origin hoax with two different sized capsules that you can clearly see. And Katy Perry opens the hatch the wrong way. This will make you laugh. They must think we're all high on the chemtrail poisons they spray our skies daily." So now this clip plays for 28 minutes. I might do this in two parts. Katy Perry pretends to go to space. Can you see how they're mocking you with lies? By Mary Tenassi. Let's have a listen. Probably do this in two parts.
Just wanted to do a really quick video on this staged Katy Perry to space hoax. Aside of all the other proofs of this hoax, I just want to show you this really quick one that happened during the live footage of the opening of the hatch. Check this out.
You know, you saw her get so emotional in her pre-flight interview. Is she still is that still the weighing emotion, or is she still just, oh my God, I saw the stars, I saw the curvature of the earth? You know, what's going to come out of her mouth, but really her heart?
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
That is correct. That is Jeff Bezos, our founder, on the left, as well as Sarah Knights, our crew member 7.
Okay, guys, did you see that? Let's go back and watch it one more time. Okay, now I want you to watch the hatch door open from the inside. The lady runs over there real quick, says, no, shuts the door back, tries to stand in front of it. And then, actually, she starts laughing about it, as you can see right here, because, like I said, it's all staged. It has to look like it's open from the outside.
And we're now just awaiting the opening of the hatch so we can get some views from our 6 new astronauts.
And I would imagine Lauren Sanchez in seat 1 will be coming out first.
That is correct. They'll go, she's in seat 1, which is next to the left, the left window there. She will go first. And then last in number 6 is Carrie Ann. That is the window on the right.
Sky Canyon.
See those vans arriving. Those are friends and family.
And that's Carrie Ann looking out the window, in the window to the right there. Lauren Sanchez on the left, and you really get a sense for just how big these windows are. I mean, when you're inside this capsule, it's almost as though you're getting a full 360 panoramic view. One of the cool features of this capsule, the largest windows of any spacecraft.
So over a third of the surface area of this craft is windows, and that's on purpose. There were many meetings with our founder, Jeff Bezos, where our engineers brought him some windows. He said, nope, make them bigger. They come back and, nope, that's nice, but make them bigger. And what you get here, why is that so important? So many of our astronauts have said, when I got on my seat, I looked at outside my window, and I turned around and I looked at the other 5 windows, and my brain created a panoramic view, a panoramic photo of it, because so much of the capsule is windows, and it makes for just an incredible experience.
Sarah.
Good? Okay, here we go.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
He didn't really close it again. Hold on, guys.
Okay, now you guys just seen them faking it with your own eyes. Once again, watch them open the pressurized capsule from the inside. not knowing that it's not time, it's not cue time yet. And then you have the staged part where the media shows you all over the news that they're waiting for the guy to open the hatch.
Good? Okay, here we go.
Here goes Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
You didn't really close it again. Come on out, guys.
And once again, you've been fooled, people.
This is the Nations Conspire channel. Welcome to today's show. If you haven't heard, Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin, which is the Democrat competitor to Elon Musk's SpaceX, because apparently now all corporations can go into space, or so we're told. What they really do is just fly up and come down, and now we accept that as going into space. I guess we've all traveled through space as well if we've ever been on an airplane. But if you haven't heard this story, Lauren Sanchez's all-female space flight, all-female, wait, excuse me, which includes Katy Perry, blasted off into space and then came right back down. And of course, they're telling us that all of these people are astronauts because they flew up in the air and came right back down. And this, of course, is conditioning for those people out there to start believing that aliens are real, that space actually exists above a certain level, that you could travel to Mars and you could travel to all these places, but they don't ever go. They don't ever go back to the moon, right? Going on, what, 60 years later? Nobody's gone to the moon, but we're all celebrating that we can get parachuted up into the sky and come right back down. I mean, is this a ride at Six Flags? Is that what this is now? Where you're just kind of getting bungee shot into the air and coming down and everybody's pretending like they're astronauts. It's pretty incredible what's going on. But for those of you that don't remember, Jeff Bezos has this laughable competing brand that supposedly goes into space. And now we see them flying celebrities up into the air and back down so that they can do what they do best, condition the masses into believing in lies, right? And Jeff Bezos, of course, his rocket ship looks a lot like the rocket ship from Austin Powers, looks a lot like a penis, but really it's supposed to be Baal Shaft, because if you're not familiar, all of these Satanists worship the phallus, and the phallus is Baal Shaft, and that's also the obelisk that you see in Washington, D.C., and all around the earth, these monuments they put up, and they call them obelisks. That's what they actually represent. So you might say, well, what does Jeff Bezos, the guy who runs Amazon, have to do with Katy Perry and space? Well, there's no real explanation. Apparently, if you run an online store, you can now travel into quote-unquote space. And what do they have in common with each other? Well, for starters, Jeff loves to put things over his eye, right? Here he is holding up a CD or a DVD over his eye, and I guess that's where the relationship must have formed with Katy Perry. Katy Perry must have saw that picture in a computer magazine back in the 90s and said, hey, I also love to hold things up over my eye. Here I am. In fact, I love eyeballs so much that I cover my eyes and I put an eyeball in my mouth. And every chance I get, I hold a hand over my eye. In fact, I'll even do concerts where I have a one eyeball on my shirt, like the back of the dollar bill, right? Because, you know, it makes sense for everybody out there to love one eye.
Naturally, you'll need the necessary application for authorization. It's my eye, isn't it?
Why would we want to look at your eye? Is there something wrong with that weird eye?
I'm serious about putting on a rock concert.
Are you kidding? I give my right eye.
I'd like to think that I have an eye for details.
Okay, well, we'll take these home, run through them with a fine-tooth comb, cross the T's and dot the lowercase j's.
And I also like to think that I have an eye for details. And when I know something is CGI and completely fake, well, I'm going to show it to you. And every single time we see one of these SpaceX or Blue Origin missions, it looks like something out of a Sega Saturn game because the graphics are that bad. And that's why they won't even attempt to pretend to go back to the moon with human beings. They'll send you a rover. They'll send you some images of some weird-looking spacecraft and tell you that a company now landed it on the moon, but all your tax money that goes to NASA, which is supposed to be for that, of course, it doesn't go to that. Everybody out there should know that by now. And I said I have an eye for details. Well, I like to notice logos as well, as most of you know, because the Blue Origin outfit that they're wearing, this is apparently a spacesuit in the year 2025, right? Aren't we supposed to progress? We've regressed. Apparently now the spacesuit is a scuba outfit. I mean, is Katy Perry, are they going to the sauna at the gym? Is that where they're headed, or are they heading out into space? We're supposed to believe that it's supposed to protect them from the dangers of space and the radiation belt. Oh yeah, does it? And if you take a really close look at this outfit, all it really has is just a zipper on it. Might as well be a glorified turtleneck. But if you look even closer at the logo, you can see if you flip it upside down, what does it look like to you on the right? Does that look a lot like the Baphomet? Is that a coincidence? Of course not. Because we know that they always reveal themselves in signs and symbols. How obvious of a symbol can that be? I mean, it literally looks like a go upside down. Of course, where have we seen this before? Well, I guess Blue Origin didn't want to contact Space Force for copyright infringement on the logo. They're using the Baphomet because Donald Trump's Space Force, if you flip that logo upside down, you could see the Baphomet. You could even see the horns, and how convenient they put that upside down pentagram right between it. I mean, you can't get more obvious than this. Now, I'm going to play for you a couple of clips, including Katy Perry getting on the supposed spaceship. Couldn't look, if you were going to imagine a spaceship, and oh, this is going to be on the spaceship, this is going to protect me. It literally looks like she's in a dentist office, about to go in the chair to get a root canal. That's what the chairs look like, and we're supposed to believe that they're up there in outer space. They no longer have to worry about gravity and all these things, that they're getting labeled astronauts. You'll see inside, which also conveniently happens to have upside down, and they have triangles all over the walls if you pay attention to the walls and what's deliberately there. They also go and ring a bell as they're about to get on board, and then you will see one of the fakest takeoffs you will ever possibly see. Take a look.
Okay, I'm going to show you the capsule that we have been training in for the last few days. Here I am. Seat number 2. Here on the New Shepard. I think I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna sing a little bit. I gotta sing in space. And these are all of my astronaut girly friends. We are the Taken Up Space crew.
And here they come.
Here we go.
Loading into the capsule.
And the significance here of the bell, and I should note before I have you explain that, each crew names themselves. They have named themselves the 6 Taking Up Space, as each one is ringing a bell, and the significance of that is what, Ariane?
This is one of our traditions. All astronauts throughout history in various programs have had their traditions. For us, we always want our astronauts to ring the bell. Above there, you see, light this candle. Those were the last words that Alan Shepard said right before he went to space. Alan Shepard, of course, the namesake of our vehicle.
5, 4, command engine start. 2, 1, ignition. Liftoff. New Shepard has cleared the tower.
So if that looked real to you, then I'm assuming Nintendo games look real to you. Do old arcade games look real to you too? Because the graphics on this are as laughable as you can get. But we're in a world now where people will take all of these celebrities at their word. And really, if you think about it, all of these celebrities are actors, which are what? Professional liars. And the best acting they do is in the real world, not in the movies, not in the television series that they're in, the Netflix streaming shows. No, in the real world, where they convince you to act a certain way, believe in a certain thing. And of course, like the mind control sheeple do, they do believe and they do follow and they do worship these celebrities. So look at some of these images. I mean, you gotta be kidding me, right? Gotta love too, they even gave us some chemtrailing in the sky, right? Just to make it look more realistic. I mean, that's the only thing realistic about these pictures is the little geoengineering that they have up in the sky. They probably did that because they're like, if we show blue skies, people out there probably won't believe it. So we're gonna have to put what we do to everybody every single day. We're gonna have to put some of those poisonous bale chemtrails up in the air, the aluminum and barium that we poison people with every single day, right? So the rocket goes up, and then, of course, we conveniently get the rocket on the ground, and everybody's getting off of this little, so we're supposed to believe, like, this little top of the spaceship that comes off, and these celebrities are risking their lives, right? Katy Perry's risking her life. She's got young kids, her young daughter, risking her life to go into space, right? Some of the other people, Gayle King, some supposed news anchor on here, that they all were like, yeah, it seems perfectly safe to have this thing attached to some parachutes and land in the middle of the desert. I'll risk my life so I can go up in the air for 11 minutes. I'm surprised it wasn't 33 minutes. But here's a bunch of clips, including how unbelievable this world is and what the expectation of how low it's gotten. That they're actually calling Katy Perry, Gayle King, these people who are on board, these female, wink, wink, people who are on board this flight, they're calling them astronauts.
That was the end of the first segment. Are you sort of realizing that pretty much everything you see is bullshit? I can't do this alone, folks. Stand by for part 2.